All right, what's up, everybody? It's your girl Scarlett, Scar of all trades. All right, owner of Forex Sniper School here. I just started getting on Twitter, like for real. Like I'm not even really like a Twitter person. I really hate social media, honestly, like because I do other things other than Forex. So it's a little bit nerve wracking all the time to have people on my personal page asking me stupid questions about Forex. I'm just trying to keep it as honest as possible. So I figured I'd make this video. I've had some people that were like, what's Forex? And I've seen a lot of people like there's this weird shit going on Twitter that's like pay $135 a month and we'll trade your account for you, which is fucking illegal and all this weird shit. So I was like, I figured I'd just make this quick video that's basically gonna tell you the pros and cons about the different ways to get started with Forex, the free way, the mid price range way, and with a mentor, and the pros and cons of each level. Just from my personal experience, as when I first started Forex back in 2013, 2012 now, like it was a pain in my ass to learn. And so I figured, being candid, talking about what you can do if you're serious about this shit, what you can expect if you're planning on getting started. And then, since I'm already planning on marking up NZD for my free Telegram group, figured I'd just mark it up after this video. All right, and I'll put a timestamp or some shit on the YouTube uh, description so you can go straight to the analysis if you already know how to get started with Forex and you're following because you already are with it. All right. Um, but also, if you like this video or just you like the information that we're going to start providing, please make sure that you like the video. Helps us, helps other people get this information out there. So if they're asking questions, they know where to go. Subscribe to us and turn on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever we upload any class videos or any other analysis videos. We'll start doing this as often, as frequently as I can. I'm super busy with other shit outside of Forex. So, as often as I can, I'll make sure that I do so. Yeah, just any other updates from students or results and stuff like that, notifications. All right, so let's get started. So fuck the rambling. So if you're planning on getting started with Forex and you're like, yo, I don't know what Forex is, I don't even know what the fuck it means, okay? Keeping it plain, keeping it simple. If you're trying to get started with Forex, it's basically like trading stocks, but instead of trading, like trying to buy a stock in a company, you're buying money. You're buying a different currency. Okay, so like as you see, like you have the New Zealand dollar here versus the U.S. dollar. Basically, all you're doing is New Zealand is first, the dollar is second. You're under the assumption that if you think that the dollar is going to drop in price and the New Zealand dollar is going to increase based off of viewing this chart, you're going to buy, okay, you're going to buy some New Zealand dollar while it's cheap down here. And when it gets up to a price point that you feel is, I'm just putting it in layman's terms as much as possible for a newbie, quote unquote, right? And if you feel like, okay, this has reached a certain level where you can, make profit, you'll cash out from the New Zealand dollar and go back to your base currency. I'm in the US for my circumstance. The pros and cons of Forex, in my opinion, they're open. They're not just open during New York hours. They're actually open basically 24/7, but they close on Fridays, 2 Pacific time. Uh, PM. They open back up on Sunday at 2 p.m. Pacific time. And yeah, they're open, 24/7 for those from, well, yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Sunday half the day, and then Friday the first half of the morning into the afternoon. Okay, so you have more opportunities to make money versus just trying to focus with stocks and just for the New York session. Another pro is that you can make money both ways. Okay, so you can make money buying or selling based on the currency that you're exchanging for. Okay, instead of like with stocks, you really only make money with stocks if the stock is at a low, like only when it dips, and you can buy into the company while prices are cheap. That's the only way that you can really make money with stocks. Another factor is they allow you to use margin Okay. And well, not margin, but leverage rather with Forex, which basically means that you're allowed to like for whatever amount that you deposit into your, your broker for your trading account, the live trading account, they basically give you a credit to buy a certain amount of units to actually trade. Okay. And this is possibly still going to sound a little bit foreign to you. Like I said, I'm not going to break all that stuff down on this video. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm just going to tell you how you can get started, the different ways you can get started. We do run a school. That's why it's called Forex Sniper School here. Okay. However, if you're like the first way that everybody can get started, which is super freaking free. Okay. That's not with us. Okay. It's literally like, I want you to know that this is a strictly like candid fucking video. It's not about trying to get you to come to us. It's not like, I don't want the headache. Okay. I'm just being honest. Like, I only want to deal with people, like quality people that are willing to put in the work, that have the right mindset to study and that have done the research. Okay. I don't want any students coming to Forex Sniper School that think that this is some get rich quick scheme type shit. We don't operate like that. That's not realistic. Okay. The average student, if they have a mentor or somebody that has had experience and they're working with you consistently on a weekly basis, it really still depends on your psychology and how you think as an individual, because it's like the psychological process of trading. Even if you take the most amazing class that breaks everything down to the most uh basic level, there's still a barrier of greed and a barrier of fear that you have to get over if you want to reach a certain level of success with Forex that no mentor is going to be able to help you with. I don't give a fuck what they say. Okay, period. So if you're like, Scar, I want to get involved with Forex, but I don't have money like that, or I'm a college student and I'm trying to figure out how I want to get popping, right? You're going to take your ass to Baby Pips. Okay, you're going to go to babypips.com and you're going to go to the trading education. They have an actual school that you can go through. I did the shit years ago. Okay. And I mean, I don't even know what the fuck, but they let you go through preschool, go through all this different stuff. Okay. What is Forex, right? That's why I'm not going through it too heavy in this video, because I'm telling you where to go to learn this for free. Okay. You do not have to pay a fee for this. This literally is free education so that you can get started and learn on your own. Okay. Now you can open up a demo account for free on your own. Okay. And you can Google which ones are best for you. That way it doesn't seem like I'm trying to force you to a specific broker or some shit to get a commission. I don't care about that shit. Google it and figure out where you can go. But this is going to be your starting point if you want free education. All right. Now, the main thing you have to understand, though, if you're going to take this free education, you're really going to have to apply yourself, because nobody's going to be here to guide you. Period. Okay. And you're going to have to actually place trades on your demo account and learn. And that learning curve can be steep. It could take a year. It could take 2. It could take 3. If you don't have somebody trying to help you out, to help you understand where to go, or what to do. Okay. So, it could take even up to 3 to 4, depending on how often you're studying, if you follow this free way. Okay. Some people can pick stuff up along the way. It's kind of like thrifting. Like, you might find a good find or a good YouTube video and then voila. But then, sometimes, you don't, you go to the thrift store 16,000 times and you find shit. So, what are you going to do? But this is definitely a good foundational place, at least to get your basic information without having to stress or feel like somebody's lying to you. Come here. Okay. The next option is to come to an online course. Okay. And an online course is what is basically going to be whatever that mentor is for that class. I have my own trading style. I've taken other classes, and keeping it 100% a buck. The classes that I've taken different pieces from certain things, but actually how I actually execute my trades for real, it's not like any other course that I've seen. Okay. Like, my whole process is super anal, super, like, there's a specific process that I follow, and I have 3 specific techniques that I look at to get started. If you go to somebody else's class or online course, they're going to have their own thing. Okay. So if you don't want to, we have our phase 1 course, which is the online course to get started. And it usually takes a student we have a sale right now until the end of the year, but it usually takes a student roughly 1 to 3 months to complete. Oh, right there, bow. Okay. And 24-hour access, you go and you study at your own pace. Done. Okay. If you don't want to come here or you feel like that price is too steep, you can take your butt to Google and find online Forex courses, and that'll tell you, that'll give you some options on what you want to do. Okay. And that's going to be like the mid price. Okay. Now, the mid price, like I said, that's going to speed up your learning curve maybe like a year or two. And that really just depends on how often you're studying. If you're studying every day, it can speed up your learning curve dramatically, if you can process what that person is telling you. Okay. The last way is an actual mentorship. And that's usually going to be the most expensive thing that you're going to pay for. Okay. Because you have to think about it. I'm being honest with you. I've taught for going on 2 years now. Like I said, I've been trading since like end of 2012. Okay, we're going into 2020. I've been trading for a long time. It took me 3 years to become profitable. Like I lost a lot of money from people lying to me, or people saying that they were traders and they literally weren't traders, or I took a class that was pretty decent but it still wasn't getting me over the hump and shit like that. So I had to figure out a lot of extra shit or the fine details by myself. So the main thing that I would say specifically is like, you have to decide how you learn. Are you really going to be dedicated if you really decide to get involved with a mentorship? Because and you have to make sure that that person is going to be available. So do your research and make sure that they're of quality. If they're of quality, then they're going to have specific guidelines that they're going to lay out for their mentorship. And you guys should literally be working together because they're mentoring you. Okay. I had to filter out the bullshit because a lot of people think, like, it's a waste of my time if you're not serious. So the way that our course works now is you have to take this one, you have to pass a test. So like, you have to take this course, go through it for the 1 to 3 months, and then you'll get tested out of it. If you test out of it, and I'm the one that tests you, if you test out of it, then you have the ability to get to pay the extra, I think it's like an extra 1,000 or 1,200 or something like that for the online 3-day course. But it's not just for an additional 3-day course for like 8 hours with me. Like, you're with me for like 3 to 6 months, and I'm giving you homework, and I'm grading your trades that you've taken, or I'm grading trades that you've taken live. And then I'm figuring out, once you start trading live, I'm figuring out who you are as an individual, and I'm figuring out some of the problems areas that you have as a person with your psychology. Are you greedy? Are you too timid in the markets? Are you not making sure that you're protecting your account? Like, I'm working with you so that you can have an individual trade plan. That's what I do. So since that's what I do when I'm working with somebody, that takes a lot of my fucking time. So I'm not taking a whole bunch of students for this particular one. I'm not. I gotta filter through and make sure you're serious. And once you can get through here, then I'll consider you taking you on as a mentee. But I don't do this for everybody anymore. It's a pain in the ass and it's a headache. Okay. And I'm just being honest. Okay. But other students, okay, or other mentors, I don't know how their programs are laid out. I don't know how they operate. I have no idea. You have to find a mentor if they have one-on-one courses, and make sure that they have the temperament for who you are as a person. I'm really crass. I'm really direct. I'm funny as hell. I love to crack jokes. I love to talk shit. I'm from Chicago. I currently live in LA. I like to just, be really cool with my people, but also be serious when it's time to have class. So how I'm talking right now is exactly how I get down when I'm talking to my one-on-one students or my mentees. So if that's not too abrasive for you, I understand. It's all good. I'm not changing who I am. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got involved with Forex, so that I can be who I need to be and still live my life and do all the other things that I'm currently involved in. However, if you are like, I need somebody, I would prefer to work with a mentor. Make sure they're of quality and make sure that they have time for you. That's the biggest thing. And you're paying them your money. Mentorships can range anywhere from, mine is 1,200. But that price is going up because it's 3 to 6 months is the long fucking time. I'm just being honest. And man, okay. So, and then other mentorships can be 5,000. and that might only be for 5 days, or it could be 10,000 and that could be for 2 months. You know what I'm saying? It really just depends on the person and what they feel like is fair for their time. Like I said, my price is going up because some of my students are just a bit much. Okay, so the main thing that you have to take into consideration is what works best for you and your budget. But a mentorship that is of quality, that's gonna last for at least 3 to 6 months, should speed up your learning curve, where you should be profitable, honestly, within like the first two to after the first 2 to 3 months. So if you're doing the assignments that are given to you and you guys are meeting up once a week, however the program is set, maybe on the long end, if you struggle with psychology, maybe 6 months or 4 months, maybe five. Okay, so like on average, like my students that really struggle, if you struggle with the psychology side of trading, it's going to take you a while to be profitable. Like, and like I said, it doesn't matter how many times we meet up. If you're not journaling and doing the other stuff, the other work that you have to do for yourself as an individual, you're going to struggle. But if you're good with the psychology and you're just struggling with the technicals and stuff like that, and you have a mentor, you should start seeing profits usually within like the 3 to 4 month range. Okay, and that's really good, because the average trader, they say that you're not really a uh a professional trader unless you're seven years in. All right. What can you expect? So what you can expect with anything that's involving trading, if you're really trying to be serious about this, you're gonna have to study every day. Like, it's not a discussion, it's not an option. Like, you're literally gonna have to study every day, every fucking day. Even if you don't trade, you're just gonna have to watch the charts and see how these candles form, and it's gonna be like watching fucking paint dry. Like, that's just what you have to do. Um, you're going to have to chart often. You're going to have to practice often. You can't just watch videos and think that you're going to get it. You're literally going to have to watch, apply, and trade. Watch, apply, and trade. Watch, apply, and trade over and over again, so that you can start learning how the market actually moves. Okay. And and start asking the right fucking questions. When you approach somebody and they ask them to teach you Forex, don't ask them, am I going to make money as soon as I take your class? It's a stupid fucking question. Okay. That's unrealistic. You're taking a class. Okay. So when you take a class, just to put this in perspective, when you took your ass to college, or when you took your ass to a high school class, it was like 30 of y'all in a class, right? And guess what? You all sat in that damn class. You all got the same fucking syllabus. You all got the same fucking textbook. And guess what? At the end of the semester, all of y'all got different grades. It's the same damn concept. So instead of asking somebody that has a class, am I going to make money after I take your class? I don't know if you're going to make money. Are you? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to study? Are you going to do the assignments that are given to you so that you can pass the class? Maybe those should be the questions. Or you should ask a person or a teacher, "Hey, um uh if I do take are you going to give me everything that I need to be profitable?" There you go. That's the question that you should ask. And if their answer is yes, and obviously they're going to say that because some of them are bullshit, which I've run into as well. Just start looking at some of their student reviews. If their student reviews are for the most part positive and it seems more organic, or you look at their stories on Instagram and you see something that, you see their students talking about it, or you know, or you see, just positive reinforcement, you see that they're serious about their craft, then take the class. Okay. So it doesn't have to be us. It doesn't have to be like whatever works best for you. You have to figure out what's going to work best for you as an individual, for your learning style, and for your budget. So I just gave you 3 different ways and what you can expect based on the 3 different ways to learn. Now we can get to the charting. So, good talk. So, for NZD, originally I was originally looking at the overall situation for the 4-hour time frame. I always have my levels marked off based off of what I believe. And I was looking at NZD last week, and I was anticipating some more bullish movement. Um, we had this little break here. to the upside um, for NZD. So I was thinking that, we're starting to have some bullish momentum. I also was checking to see um, what was going on as far as the higher time frames, and I saw that we're starting to push into the bullish area. And for structure, we recently had a break to the downside. We're at a lower low. We're currently retracing, so I was expecting it to get up here initially. Now, I am a reactions type of trader, so that means that even though I have my analysis like possible projections and possible reactions, I don't fully commit to them, if that makes sense. So like, I basically react. Whatever the market actually does live will dictate how I trade. I don't mark up a chart and I say, oh, well, since I have this markup here, this is definitely where it's going to react. No, but there's other people that live by that. You know what I'm saying? Other traders that live by that, and that's their entire process. That's not necessarily me. I'm very fluid when I mark up my charts, and it's just basically giving me, like, helping me to make some educated guesses, but I'm still always basing all of my actual trades that are live, unless they're pending orders, and pending orders usually only happen once I've done a lot of analysis to my lower time frames to actually enter. So I was like, okay, well, I got this downtrend. I know that this is retracing. I know that since this is retracing, the momentum on the higher time frame is really going to affect what's going on my main time frame that I've committed to actually trade. So even though I know that this is supposed to reach up to this level or get to this supply area, maybe one of these areas or somewhere in this vicinity, I'm expecting this to at least get here. And it didn't do that right away, and that's mainly because there was a weekly level that I saw. Let's see. I had like a weekly level marked off right here, and had these points here. So when price was unable to continue, I was like, oh, okay, it's going to come back down to this range. Still respected this demand zone right here for the lower time frames, and it's currently pushing back up. I'm still expecting overall for the price to eventually get into this vicinity or somewhere in this range for a retracement. But that's a super long-term play. Okay. What I'm also doing, obviously, is like, as of right now, the market for the current condition is currently in a downward movement. So the main thing that I'm paying attention to is just trying to see if there's going to be some type of a major reaction or a break of this level. If there is in fact a break of this level, then I'm going to anticipate the market going back bullish for sure, and I'll go ahead and start capitalizing, scaling in the market the way that I need to actually get into the market for a long-term trade. Okay. Well, not a long term, but I'll either ride it to this area. Obviously, keeping in mind of my upcoming supply areas that could stop my trade from continuing. Keep in mind of this trend line. We do have price that's below it. However, even though price is below this trend line, if as long as it's not breaking actual structure and we're still making higher highs, higher lows, high, low, as long as this maintains, we're fine. But I'm also keeping in mind that this is in fact a little bit of a consolidation range that's looking like it's trying to form. I don't know if this is going to range for a while and then spike up and tap and then drop. Like I said, I just kind of have like a foundational skeleton of what I'm anticipating, what my expectations are for based off what current price is doing right now. And I'm also keeping in context that if I am trading the 4-hour and we are currently on November 11th, that my main focus or my main priority area that I'm focused on is really this vicinity. So I'm literally just paying attention to price action in this range for the upcoming week so that I can capitalize on moves. Okay. So that's a little bit of my analysis for NZD USD, some of the key areas that I'm going to be paying attention to for long term. Hope you guys understood a little bit of a breakdown of how to get started with Forex. Just a little bit of ideology that I'm having when I'm actually trying to take over my charts. I like to keep them as clean as possible just to have some basic understanding of where price might go. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, share, subscribe, check us out. Follow us on the socials, not my personal page, because mind your business. You can follow the Forex Sniper School Instagram, FX Snipers on Twitter. If you follow me on Scarlet of All Trades or whatever, or you message me, I'm not going to respond to you. So, to keep it separated, if you message me on Forex Sniper School, that's fine. You message me on Twitter on FX Sniper, that's fine. Forex Sniper School on Facebook, that's cool too. Other than that, hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.